Tres.
We are the team number 1 and we are going to present the results of the research carried out in this class about Cafenio. Cafenio is a Mexican company that is dedicated to the sale and production of coffee in their different presentations. Its vision is to be a leading company in the development of innovative solutions, and their mission is to exceed the expectation of their clients and create value in a unique way based in talent and innovation. Some trends that shape the future of the company is healthy living. This trend explains how people prefer to consume products that help them in their well-being, which can be good or bad for the company because most of their products are sugary, but they have the ability to develop healthy products. The trends of experience more and circular economy talk about how companies have to change their business model and process so they value creation goes beyond their customers, and also this talk about how customers want to experience something that is go beyond the products. This means that the company must look for ways to create a network of value that works for all the stakeholders and also that is responsible with the environment. Finally, the trend of digital shopping and the artificial intelligence show us a very technological scenario, and that indicates that customers expect to obtain easier and faster process through technological advances in the industry.
Based on the tendencies mentioned before, we created two different strategies. The first one is about product and market development, and they can achieve this by developing new products based not only on the ecological side, but also on the healthy tendencies by entering new materials such as types of sugars, milks, flavors that are healthier, since people nowadays are willing to pay more for products that are good for their own bodies. Also, this tendency is growing a lot worldwide, and this can make the expansion to another cities or countries easier. On the other hand, adding packaging, straws, and other stuff made out of materials that are not as harming as plastic can be a great investment, since people not only care about their bodies, but also the environment. On the other hand, we have the second strategy, which is backward integration. We know that nowadays Cafeño produce their own coffee, but by getting new coffee states and also other raw material states, they can expand their self easily on the country and being their own suppliers. This can make, they can have a more competitive price by being their own supplier and also by being the supplier to another companies, since the coffee industry nowadays is growing a lot. And this can mean they can have a new revenue channel by having not only a competitive price, but also selling the materials.
To measure the success of the strategies, the BSC and the strategy map tools were used, which encompass four perspectives: financial, internal process, customer, and learning and growth. This is our strategy map created for the creation of KPIs. Some of the KPIs to measure the success of the first strategy that talks about selling healthy products are number of people who prefer to buy the healthy line and number of people who consume per day. On internal process, we identify that they are well aligned to the strategy thanks to training, and in the consumer area, we focus on customer satisfaction and generating competitive advantage over other companies. On learning and growth, employees are more efficient and with a better attitude. For the strategy number 2, some of the KPIs are the number of companies buying from Cafeño and the percentage of revenue that are adapted with the aim of having another income channel by being a supplier to other coffee companies.
The challenges in implementation of our strategies are that we find as we integrate backwards, we will have to take care of the increases in operating costs. And also another challenge will be to maintain the care of the environment, access to new materials, and have access to water, which is a problem that can be very dangerous long term. To solve this, it will be necessary to create alliances with governments, to seek solutions and collaborate with each other. We will need to maintain a transformational leadership that allow employees to adapt to the situation and to contribute to challenge will be necessary for the success of the company.
The strategic thinking block was carried out throughout the semester was about learning about strategic transformation in small and medium-sized companies taking into current crisis situations. We challenged ourselves as a team to create a need for the Cafeño company so that it could continue developing in short-term business continuity plan. And we created a plan so that it could continue to compete in the new normal of the industry. Being a small and medium business has many advantages. The smaller a business is, the easier it is to coordinate and organize personalized work. Pay attention to customers, control everything that happens in the company, or adapt to changes. Being a SME also has certain disadvantages. Entrepreneurs must face certain challenges and face difficulties that can seriously jeopardize the health of financing, either to be able to face payments and tax obligations on time, or to implement innovation, growth, or internationalization strategies. For this, we learn to create and analyze probable future scenarios as social, technological, development scenarios, and more. In this case, in the coffee industry, we learned to analyze social and technological megatrends that were useful for the industry. We challenged ourselves as a team to create strategies so that the company Cafeño could meet its challenges, making methodologies and research results. We learned to create a control system and evaluate the company. And we learned how to generate action plans within the industry based on the scenarios always create forward-looking. Thank you.